Okay, dear students, so let us continue our discussion on the topic of kinematics. So this is the fifth session on the topic of kinematics. So in this session we are going to see acceleration, because we have completed the basic terms, that is position, distance, displacement, velocity. In the last session, particularly third session and the fourth session, we have seen what is meant by average velocity and what is meant by instantaneous velocity, and the same way what is meant by average speed and what is meant by instantaneous speed, and we have solved many problems on that. So I hope students you understood the topic. So now after velocity or speed, the next term which is very important before going to the equations of motion is acceleration. Very important term, students. So today we are going to see particularly only acceleration, what is meant by acceleration, and how to understand physically by mathematical equations. We know A is equal to V by T, rate of change of velocity. Even in 10th class also you must be knowing this definition. But here we should get some what you call some visualization of what is meant by acceleration, or what is the physical significance of acceleration. Okay, students. So now before going to this acceleration, so now I want to just revise position and time. Okay, students. Just in the beginning we have seen, okay, what is meant by position and time. Okay, so suppose let us say here is a car. Okay, so now there is a tree. Let us take this as the reference. Okay, so let us say this is the reference. So now suppose let's say the position of this car is given by some equation, x is equal to some t square plus 2t, something like that. So that means as time changes, the position of the car changes, correct or not? When you keep t equal to 0, you will get some value of x. When you keep t equal to 1, you will get some other value of x. So like that, the position of the car keeps on changing with respect to time. Okay. So suppose let us say at time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 0, x is equal to how much, friends? 0. At time t equal to 1, x is equal to 1 plus 2, so 2. At time t equal to 2, x is equal to 4 plus 4, that is equal to 8. So like that, the car keeps on changing its position. So after at time t equal to 0, the car is here, students, because the what you called x is equal to 0. Maybe x is equal to 0 is here. Okay. Next one, suppose let us say at time t equal to 1, x is equal to 2. So that means the car will be somewhere around here. Let us see this one. So the at time t equal to 0, suppose let us say the car is equal to here, students. Okay. So now suppose let us say at time t equal to 1 second, let's say it is at x equal to 2. So now let us see. Okay. Okay, students. So now let us see. Let us draw this. Okay, students. So now suppose somewhere around here it is here. So that means maybe here 0. So now let us say this is equal to x is equal to 2 at time t equal to 1 second. So like that, now at time t equal to 2 seconds, where is the car? Now again it is at x is equal to 4 plus 4, 8 meters. Correct or not, students? So now let us see somewhere around here the car is. Okay. So that means from origin the car is at a distance of x is equal to 8 meters. X is equal to 8. So like this, at different times the car is at different positions, and the rate and the position by time, that is called as delta x by delta t. Correct or not, students? Rate of change of position is called as average velocity. How the position is changing with respect to time. That is what this one will give us. Average velocity. And when we make it this delta t very small, then that becomes dx by dt, that is called as instantaneous velocity. Correct or not, students? This is what we have studied for the velocity. Correct or not? Average velocity or instantaneous velocity. That means it tells us about how the car is changing its position with respect to time. As time progresses, the car is changing its position. So position here, so position by time here is called as velocity. Position by time is called as velocity. So now today's topic is acceleration. So acceleration also is somewhat similar to like this, where that acceleration will tell us, just like velocity is telling us how the position is changing with respect to time, same way now acceleration is going to tell us how the velocity is changing with respect to time. How the velocity is changing with respect to time. So with respect to time, how the velocity is increasing. Just like here with respect to time, how the position is changing. That is what meant by velocity. Suppose if it is changing 1 meter in 1 second, that means that velocity is called as 1 meter per second. So in the same way, if the velocity itself is changing with respect to time, how it is changing? It is what given by that change of velocity with respect to time is nothing but called as acceleration. Okay, students. So now I'll give you one important concept. Actually, this is called as photodiagram. Okay, in many textbooks it has many names like motion diagram or motion map. In different textbooks it is called by different names, but let us go with this name of photodiagram. So to understand, to just get a feel of how this acceleration is, what is meant by this acceleration, this photodiagram will help us a lot of how to understand physically what is meant by acceleration. So first of all, photodiagram means it is nothing but a diagram which tells which is nothing but in the name itself it is there. Suppose let's say if a car is moving, okay, with respect to time it is changing its position. Now if you take a photo after every equal interval of time, let's say 1 second. At 1 second you are taken a photo, next another second you are taken a photo, next another equal intervals of time. It can be 1 second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds, after every 2 seconds or after every 3 seconds. But generally we will go with after every 1 second. So after every 1 second, if you take the photo of the moving car, then whatever the diagram we get, that is called as photo diagram. Okay, students. So now let us see, suppose let's say we have two cars. Okay, students. So now these two cars are going on the road. Okay. So now let us see the photo diagram of this one. Okay, students. So let us say the photo diagram of this one is like this. That means after every 1 second we are taking the photo of this one. Okay, students. So that means after 1 second it is here. Okay. Next, after another 1 second, after another 1 second it is here. After another 1 second it is here. Next, after another 1 second it is here. Okay, students. After another 1 second it is here. Okay. So now if you observe carefully, we are taking the photo of this one after every 1 second. So that means from here to here how much time, students? 1 second. Same way 1 second. Okay. So now if you see in the first 1 second it has traveled, let's say 1 meter. Next 1 second also it has traveled 1 meter. Next 1 second also it has traveled 1 meter. So that means you can clearly observe that this is like a uniform motion. Correct or not, students? Okay, it is going uniformly because it is covering every 1 second 1 meter. That's all. Okay, students, I hope you understood this one. So this is called as motion diagram or photo diagram. After every, either you can draw for 1 second or 2 seconds, doesn't matter. Okay. So here it is moving with a constant, what is the speed here, students? 1 meter per second. Correct or not? That means it is covering 1 meter in 1 second. Same way here, what is the speed? 1 meter per second. Here also 1 meter per second. So that means it is going with a constant speed or constant velocity, because it is going in the right direction only. Now let us see another car. Okay, students, let us see another car which is traveling on a road. Okay, students. So now let us draw the photo diagram of this car. Let us draw the photo diagram of this car. Okay. Suppose let us say the photo diagram of this car happens to be like this. Okay, students. So let us say the photo diagram of second car. The photo diagram of the second car is like this. Okay. Now from these two diagrams you can say that, no, let's say the photo diagram of this second car is this one. Okay, student. So now see here, students, here here also it is going, but here it is going with what's here. Suppose let's say 1 second. This is 1 second. In 1 second it is traveling, suppose let's say 5 meters. Same way here also 1 second it is traveling 5 meters. Okay, correct or not? 1 second it is traveling 5 meters or some distance. Okay. So now you can say that the speed here also speed is constant, but the speed is more here. Correct or not, students? That means it is going at very its velocity is more. Correct or not, students? Its velocity or speed is more. Speed is more compared to the first one. Both are uniform. Here also it is uniform. The first example is also uniform. But in the second case, you can see that it is going very fast. Then only it is covering 5 meters in 1 second. No? Just by seeing the diagram, you should understand the what is the speed or what is the velocity. So just by seeing this diagram, you can tell that the second car is going very fast compared to the first car. Both are uniform, but the second car velocity or speed is more. Okay, students. So now let us understand this one more deeply. I hope you understood, students, what is meant by photo diagram. Photo diagram just gives us a picture, okay, of a particular quantity. Just by seeing that picture, you can tell what is the quantity. Just like here. Here, initial first case, speed is less. Second case, speed is more. Okay. So now let us understand more deeply by taking another example. Okay. So photo diagram can be drawn to any object which is in motion. Okay. Suppose let us say here we'll take another example. Let us say there are 3 runners. Okay, students. So first one is going with the, what you call uniform velocity or uniform speed. Second one, just by seeing the diagram, what can you infer, students? Just by seeing this runner 2. Same way runner 3. Now let us analyze this one, each one. So in first case, runner 1, let us say this diagram is drawn for every 1 second. This photo is drawn for a photo is taken for every 1 second. So after every 1 second, he has covered equal distance. Correct or not, students? So that means 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, like this. After every 1 second, 1 meter. So that means here we can say that velocity is constant. Velocity is constant. How much is that? 1 meter per second. Okay, 1 meter per second. Correct or not? That means in every 1 second he is covering 1 meter. Now runner 2, students, you see here in 1 second, let's say he has covered 1 meter. Next 1 second he has covered how much? 2 meters. Next 1 second he has covered how much? 3 meters. Next 1 second he has covered how much? 4 meters or 5 meters, let us say. So that means in the first 1 second is velocity is 1 meter per second. Next one 2 meters per second. Next one 3 meter per second. Next one 5 meters per second. So like that, what is happening? Velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. Correct or not, students? So why? Because here you can see just by seeing the diagram, you can say unless his velocity is more, then only he can cover that much. Correct or not, students? That much distance he can cover. So next, runner 3. Runner 3, if you see the diagram, initially in 1 second he has covered more distance, about let's say 10 meters. Next second, his distance covered is less. That means what is, just by seeing the diagram, we can tell that he is reducing his speed. His velocity is getting decreased. Correct or not? His velocity is getting decreased. In next second, his distance is less. In next 1 second, his distance covered is much less than the previous second. So like that, so that means his speed is, or his velocity is decreasing. Correct or not, students? So this velocity is decreasing. So you can see in the first case, velocity is constant. In the second case, velocity is increasing. In the third case, velocity is decreasing. Okay. So this is a common phenomena we observe. Suppose let's say at the time of running race, his speed is his velocity, he will increase. Correct or not, students? At the time of running race, he will start increasing his velocity, and then after some time his velocity may become constant, and then at the end of the race his velocity has to decrease. Or another common example we can say that suppose let's say you are driving in a car and you are at a traffic signal. So when the traffic signal is red, you will stop. Then immediately when the green signal comes, what will happen? You will increase your velocity. Correct or not? So velocity will increase, and then after some time velocity may become constant, and again another traffic signal has come, suppose let's say, then you have to decrease your velocity. Okay, so this phenomena happens everywhere, but how to understand physically, you should be able to visualize. Then only you can understand this term acceleration, what you call, with clarity. Okay, students. So now, having understood this, so this increase of velocity or decrease of velocity, to understand this or to analyze this, we have the term called as acceleration. Okay, students. So how much it is increasing, how much it is decreasing velocity, that is called as, with respect to time, that is called as acceleration. So now let us define the acceleration by mathematics. Okay, students. So to define this acceleration term, let us just review what we learnt in velocity. We have learnt in velocity, average velocity definition is what, students? Rate delta x by delta t. That means rate of change of displacement. Correct or not? Or rate of change of position, or rate of change of displacement. Correct or not, student? So this is called as average velocity. So now, when it will become instantaneous velocity, when the delta t is reduced to 0, then it will become instantaneous velocity. Correct or not, students? That is equal to dx by dt. When this delta t becomes very, very small, that becomes dt, then delta x becomes dx. Okay. So in the same way, now we have the definition for acceleration also. So the first acceleration, let us define as average acceleration. Average acceleration is nothing but the rate of change of velocity. That means delta v by delta t. Just like here delta x, here delta v. Okay. Just like here we write delta x as what, students? X final minus initial, or x2 minus x1. Same way here also, final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, by time. So now when this delta t, if you make it very, very small, how much small? Infinitesimally small. So if you make that delta t very small, that becomes dt, then this will become dv. Okay, and that is called as instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration. Okay, students. So this is the definition for instantaneous acceleration. Okay, average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. If you want in write the definition in terms of words, here we'll say rate of change of position. Rate of change of position is called as velocity, and here it is nothing but rate of change in velocity. Rate of change in velocity is called as acceleration. Okay, students. So I hope you understood this one. This is the definition by mathematics. Now let us understand or solve problems on this acceleration. Okay, students. So now let us take some simple examples, students. Okay. So now suppose, let us say we have 3 cars. Okay, students. So now in these 3 cars, okay. Okay, now let us see, students. In these 3 cars, now we can say, suppose let us say the first car. The first car is traveling, suppose let us say it is going, okay, suppose let us say it is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. Okay, students, it is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. Suppose let us say it is covering like this. Okay, student. So just by seeing this diagram, you can tell that it is moving uniformly. Correct or not? It is moving uniformly. Or we can also say that it is a uniform motion. Why? Because it is covering equal displacements in equal intervals of time. Correct or not? In 1 second, 1 meter. 1 second, 1 meter. 1 second, 1 meter. Okay. So now, suppose let us say second car is there. Now the second car is moving. Suppose let us say the second car is moving like this. Suppose let us say it is moving little, what you call, the velocity is more than the first car. Suppose let us say it is going like this. Correct or not, students? So compared to the first car, the second car velocity is more. Correct or not? Because it is covering in 1 second more distance than the first car. Correct or not? So that means we can say that the velocity here is more. The velocity here is more. The velocity is increasing, correct or not? So velocity is increasing, whereas here the velocity is constant. The velocity is a constant. Velocity is constant in the first case. Why? Because in equal intervals of time, in 1 second it is covering 1 meter. Next second it is covering 1 meter. So therefore 1 meter per second. So velocity remains constant. So when velocity is constant, what is the acceleration, students? There is no change. So therefore acceleration is 0. Just now we defined acceleration as rate of change of velocity. How the velocity is changing. If the velocity is not changing, there is no question of acceleration. But in the second case, you can say that the velocity is changing. So therefore acceleration is not 0. There will be some acceleration. Correct or not? Now let us take because the velocity has increased now, students. Suppose in 1 second it has covered maybe 2 meters or 1.5 like this. In 1 second maybe 2 meters here. In 1 second maybe 2 meters. So that means its velocity is increasing, correct or not? Okay. Its velocity here is, that means as we are going like this, the velocity keeps on changing, correct or not? Of course here also 2 meters per second, here 2 meters per second. Let us not take here as 2 meters per second. Suppose let us say we take here as some 3 meters. Okay, students. Suppose let us say 3 meters, and here let us say 5 meters. So its velocity is changing. Velocity is increasing, correct or not, students? Its velocity is increasing. 3 meters per second, 5 meters per second. Now let us see the third case, students. Third case, in the third case, suppose let us say okay, now see here, students. In the third case, see here 1 second, correct or not, student? Here it is covering more, maybe 5 meters, and this is, suppose let's say in the 1 second, maybe some 10 meters like that. So here also velocity is increasing, correct or not, students? Here also velocity is increasing. That means acceleration is not 0. But this acceleration is less, correct or not, students? Maybe this acceleration is, suppose let us say maybe 5 meters per second square. The unit of acceleration is meter per second square, and this acceleration may be 10 meter per second square, correct or not, students? So that means here in both cases the velocity is changing, but the change in velocity is more in the third case. That is what the acceleration will tell us. When we say 10 means compared to 5, the acceleration having magnitude of 10 means the rate of change of velocity is more. Here you can see it's very fast, it is going very fast, whereas this one is going little slow. Okay, the first one is going with the acceleration of 0. I hope, students, you understood. From the second case and third case, there is a change in velocity. So comparison of that change in velocity, how fast the change in velocity is happening, that is what the acceleration is about. I hope, students, you understood. Velocity just gives us, velocity will tell us how fast the position of the car is changing, but the acceleration will tell us how fast the velocity itself is changing. Okay, I hope, students, you understood that one. So that is called as acceleration. That is called as acceleration. Okay, students, I'll write down here one definition. I'll write down here one definition, that velocity will tell us how fast the position is changing. The position of a car is changing. How fast the position of car is changing. How fast the position of car is changing. Okay, students. Next, acceleration will tell us how fast or how slow. Okay, students. How fast the velocity itself is changing. How fast the velocity is changing. The velocity itself is changing. Okay, students. Itself is changing. How fast the velocity itself is changing. Okay, I hope, students, you understood this one. So if you understand this example, then it is very easy. Here also, second case also changing, third case is also changing. But in second case, it is changing slowly. Third case is changing very fast. So when you suppose after some after few classes we'll see acceleration as some 10 meter per second square or 20 meter per second square or 1 meter per second square. So what does it mean? The change in velocity is very less in that acceleration of 1 meter per second square, whereas change in velocity is very high when the acceleration is 20 meter per second square or like that. Okay, student. So this point is very important. So now let us see what is the direction of that acceleration. Okay, it's very important to understand what is the direction of that acceleration. So just now we have seen when the velocity changes, acceleration is not zero. Either velocity can increase or velocity can decrease also. Both are correct or not, student? There should be change in velocity, either increase or decrease. Okay, student. So now let us see some what you call examples where, suppose let's say we'll take 4 cases. The first case is suppose a car is moving right side with some velocity v. The velocity is v. Okay, students. And now suppose let us say the acceleration of the car is also right side. Acceleration means just for present what you call in this chapter, for this chapter just understand acceleration means just remember the example of a car at the signal. So when the signal is given green signal, what we will do, students, we will press the accelerator so that the car will move. So that means its velocity will increase. And when the signal is red light, what we will do? We will apply brakes. That is called as negative acceleration or deceleration or retardation. Okay, student. So anyway, that we will see afterwards also. So suppose let us say if the car is going right side and if the acceleration is also right side, then what will happen, students? So that means the car will move right side only. So that means the car velocity will increase or not. At the green signal, suppose let's say when the acceleration is increased, so what will happen? The car's velocity will increase. So what will happen is, let us see. So the car's velocity will increase like this. Initially it will be like this. Okay, students. Then after some time, what will happen is, since its velocity is increasing, the distance also will increase. Correct or not? After some time it will go like this. Okay. After some time again it will go like this. Correct or not? It will go like this. So that means what will happen is the speed will increase. Correct or not? If the velocity and acceleration are in the same direction, the speed will increase. Okay. Now suppose let us say we are applying the brakes. Already the car is moving, so we are applying the brakes. That means acceleration is negative. That means towards left side, but the velocity is toward that side. So what will happen now? The car speed will decrease. The car speed will decrease. Correct or not, students? So the car speed will decrease means now what will happen is, the car speed will decrease. So that means now you can see that since the velocity of the car is decreasing, what will happen? The distance covered by it will also decrease. Correct or not? The distance covered by it also will decrease. So like this, it will keep on decreasing. Okay, student. So it decreases. I hope you are observing the diagram carefully. So if you observe the diagram carefully, then you will get an idea that it will decrease. Okay. So that means the distance is decreasing. Correct or not? Okay. So that means the speed of the car will decrease. The speed of the car will decrease. Okay. So now suppose let us say another third example we'll take. Let us say third example we'll take. Okay, students. Let us take third example. Okay. Let us say a car is traveling at here, students. Now, suppose let us say it is going like this. Now, suppose let us say its velocity is towards left side, and suppose let's say its acceleration is also like this. Now, what will happen is the velocity since the velocity and acceleration are in the same direction, now what will happen? The car speed will increase. Correct or not? The car speed will increase. Okay, the car speed will increase. The car speed will increase. So that means initially it is like this somewhat. Then second, as the velocity keeps on increasing, what will happen is the distance covered by it also will increase. Okay. So the distance covered by it also will increase. So like this, the distance covered by it will increase gradually. So that means you can say that now the speed will increase. The speed will increase. Correct or not, students? The speed will increase. Okay. Now suppose let us say the same thing. Suppose let us say here we take suppose the acceleration is opposite. Suppose let us say fourth case where velocity is left side and acceleration is right side, students. Now acceleration is towards left side, that means toward this side, and velocity is this side. Now what will happen? Its speed will decrease. Correct or not? That means what you call deceleration. That means when you are applying brakes, what will happen? Now the acceleration is opposite to the velocity, so therefore what will happen is its speed will decrease. So therefore what will happen is the distance covered by it also will decrease. So the distance covered by it will decrease. The distance covered by it will decrease. So that means it will come it as like this. The photo diagram will be like this. Initially it will be distance covered is more, but after some time what will happen is the distance covered will be less because its speed has to decrease. Correct or not, students? After some time it is here, then again after some time what will happen is its speed will decrease. So therefore it will come like this. Then again after some time, again what will happen is after some time again what will happen is the speed will decrease, and then finally it will come to rest. Correct or not, students? Finally it will come to rest like this. So if you observe carefully from all this, now the speed will decrease. The speed will decrease. The speed will decrease. Okay, students? So I hope you understood. When the velocity is parallel to the acceleration, then the speed will increase. That is the first case. When the velocity is parallel to the acceleration, the speed will increase. And when the velocity is opposite to the acceleration, the speed will decrease. Okay. And when the velocity, and here also you can see, although it is traveling in the left side, okay, but here the velocity is parallel to the acceleration, so speed will increase. And last case, when velocity and acceleration are in opposite direction, the speed is decreasing. So this is a very, very important relation, students, that what you call relation between the direction of velocity and acceleration, which I am giving as a note, that if the acceleration is parallel to velocity, then the speed will increase. Okay, that is the first case and the third case. First case and third case, speed will increase provided if the velocity and acceleration are in the same direction. Velocity and acceleration are in the same direction. If acceleration is anti-parallel to velocity, then the speed will decrease. Which case, students? Second case and fourth case. The speed will decrease because both the vectors are in opposite direction. Okay, students? Or in other words, we can also say in terms of sign convention also, we can say, in other words, in terms of sign convention also, we'll say that suppose let us say we assign sign convention to it. Let us say we assign sign convention to it. We'll take right hand side as positive and left hand side as negative. Let us say this is the sign convention. Okay, students? Right hand side as positive and left hand side as negative. Okay, this is the important sign convention. So now here in the first case, let us say in the first case velocity is right side. So since in the first case velocity is right side, velocity is positive and acceleration is also positive. Correct or not, students? First case. Second case, let us see, velocity is in the right side direction but acceleration is in the left side. So that means velocity is positive, acceleration is negative. In the third case, if you see, velocity is negative and acceleration is also negative because both are in the left side direction. And in the fourth case, velocity is negative, okay, students, whereas acceleration is positive. So that means you can see that when the signs of both velocity and acceleration are same sign, if the velocity and acceleration are having the same sign, which is the case 1 and case 3, then the speed will increase. The speed will increase. If the signs of velocity and acceleration are are opposite, that is case 2 and case 4, the speed will decrease. And that is what I gave you in the note. In terms of sign convention, if velocity and acceleration have same sign, then the speed will increase. Whereas if the velocity and acceleration has a opposite sign, if they have opposite sign, then the speed will decrease. Okay, students, I hope you understood. So this is a very, very important note. So if you understand this one, then it is very easy to solve problems based on equations of motion. Okay, students, because there you should not get confused between the what you call signs of acceleration and velocity. Okay, students. So in the next class, I'll solve some simple problems on this acceleration. Okay, and then we'll see some what you call problems, and then we'll go to the equations of motion, that is constant acceleration, because the equations of motion are applicable only if the acceleration is a constant. So let us see what is meant by constant acceleration and what is meant by variable acceleration. Okay, students. So next class we'll start, we'll take up this problem on based on this sign convention for acceleration and velocity. So please go through this video carefully, students. Here 2-3 times if required, but very, very important, the direction of acceleration. Okay, students. So thank you very much, students. So have a nice day.